Hello, everyone. My name is Melissa Michelle Noel, and here's my story.
Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
Who is Mel?
Who is Mel? Mel is an African American woman owned business, 100%. I'm a native of New Orleans, Louisiana. Mel is a mother, a friend, a sister, a aunt, a daughter, and I'm a caring person. And I am about my community and making a difference.
How did you get your start?
How did I get my start? I started with one vehicle, driving my own vehicle, and I grew my fleet to 40. I downsized, and I'm going back in a different direction now.
Tell me about some of the conflict that's circling around Mel's name and the struggle.
Well, to know Mel, you know that Mel's will own what she does. And if I don't own it, then it wasn't mine. Of course, yes, Mel's have had some struggles. The people that I actually helped the most tarnished my name. And through the 2 years, yes, Mel's did find into a financial crisis, which I will explain to you later on in my story. But with that, some untrue things have been put out there. Males play with people money. Males don't pay people. And through the 2 years of me fighting to save my company out of a financial crisis, I never defended my name. I just felt like, okay, it comes with the territory. They talked about Jesus Christ, so who am I? So I've decided after 2 years, I've decided to tell my story so that they can know that who Mel really is. Um, where Mel came from, what Mel been through. If you know the true story, who can better tell my story than me? Someone else can only tell you their opinion.
Tell me about the early days of Mel's when you grew your fleet beyond one vehicle.
The early days of Mel, when I grew my fleet from 1 to 40, it was, and I had the perfect team. My, there was, if there was an imperfection in my team, they kept it among themselves. When in the community, they worked together as a team. They helped each other. Those were the good old days.
What caused Mel's financial
Well,
crisis?
what caused Mel's financial crisis? I had been in business 8 to 7 years, and then as you know, when Jindal was in office, the Bayou Health Plan came into effect, which it kind of like made the Naimiti industry turn and run differently. That's when we had to deal with brokers. Brokers are private companies that come from other states. I was transporting for both of those brokers, and together, those two brokers owed me $250,000. Now, as being a small business owner, no small business can handle a $250,000 hit. Till this day, only one of them have paid me, the other one has not.
Regarding the payroll, with employees being paid, can you address that?
Yes, I can. There has not been a time that I could not meet a payroll. It was maybe one time through my 2 year struggle that I had to give a memo saying instead of paying my employees on a Friday, I had to pay them that Monday. But yes, I've heard those things in the community of payroll. My employees did not know the things or the length that I went through to make sure that they got paid. I understand and I understood very clearly that the people that worked for me needed to get paid on payday. So if anybody went without getting paid, it was me. And I felt as the owner of the company, I should go without. But I went through extreme measures to make sure that I met payroll for my employees. So that statement is not accurate, true. I've even heard such things as, oh, Mel play with your money. Well, yes, I do have guidelines and policies and procedures. If when it comes down to Mel's vehicles, I got in a $500,000 worth of debt and got brand new Toyota Sienna vehicles. If normal wear and tear, that's on the company. But just total neglect because it's not your vehicle, then yes, you do sign up on employment that total neglect, you will pay the deductible. And I think that's fair. If you get a ticket, one is that shows you're not driving safely. If I get a camera ticket, yes, it is the employee's responsibility to pay for that ticket. But just playing with people money, no, that's not me because I don't want anybody to play with my money. I just said I was owed $250,000. Me and my team worked for that money. Every day we picked up every patient. We took add-ons. My team went above and beyond to make sure that the members that they transported, my drivers, I had drivers that cared. They cared about, because they got to know these people. These were the same people we picked up every day. We did the job, and we should have gotten paid for it. I didn't go out and immediately file a lawsuit. Yes, I've had a lot of lawsuits come against me through my financial hardship. But did I go out and sue the company? I didn't want done to do to someone else that was done to me. So I tried to work with these companies. Now it's 2 years later and I have no choice. My team worked for that money. Me and my team did our part, and we should get paid for the services that we provide.
Going forward, what measures, what systems have you put in place so that the company won't experience a hardship to that effect?
Good question. In my 2 years of hardship, it taught me a lot. It taught me who family was. It taught me who friends were. It taught me who a true business associate and believed in me. What I have learned through my hardship is that I need to diversify the revenues that come in, so that when one person doesn't pay, it doesn't affect me or my employees. It bothered me to the core to go through what I went through. But I kept smiling, I kept pushing, and I kept fighting. And now I'm winning. I could have closed my doors, I could have laid off people, but I decided to fight. I decided not to give up, because this was my baby, this is my passion. And when Mel give up, then it's not just affecting Mel's. It affects the employees that she's reliable service.
Tell me about your Second Chance program.
My Second Chance program. Well, what inspired the Second Chance program is my second husband did time, and some of the challenges after he did his time of getting gainful employment, even before we became homeowners, that when I put his name on the application, they did background checks, we didn't get housing. So I wanted to make a difference as these people, whatever crime they did their time. I wanted them to come back into society and be a productive citizen and have a fair chance at success. If you know anyone that has their time in prison, their support system makes a very big difference of them relapsing, failing, succeeding, and moving forward. Their support system is everything. So yes, Mel do offer a second chance program, whereas we worked with the probation and parole to give young men or young women gainful employment so that they can come out here and they can be a productive citizen.
I was listening to some of the seniors talk, and they talk about how males have such a great Christmas party at the senior center. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, yes. I never was one that I wanted everybody to know what Mel's did in the community. Yes, I've worked with senior citizens at Christmas time. Some of my most enjoyable is to see the seniors where we'll raffle off flat screen TVs. We'll give gift cards, Visa gift cards and different gifts. Where there was a DJ, and I just saw these elderly people come to life again. We dance with them, we talk with them. Even some of the managers said, we have never seen, we brought life back to the seniors. And seniors are the most targeted for crime, taken advantage of. So I'm very big with, one day I have to get older. And I will hope someone would treat me with respect and dignity when I get older, because I may be needing the services that I'm providing one day from
you to start the Non-Emergency Medical Transportation Association.
Well, of course, as you know, Mel's had his struggles. And I'm like, what can I do? Because I know that I'm not the only one that's had these struggles. So versus just going to the state and complaining, I came with a solution. I came with a complaint, but then I came with a solution. And I felt that all non-MET companies need to have a voice. Prior to now, the non-MET industry didn't have a voice. Now we have a voice. We want people, it's not that we don't welcome people to come into the state of Louisiana, but when they come into our state to do non-emergency transportation, we should have a say-so. We have private companies that's coming into Louisiana and they're bringing other providers out of state, putting people that was born and raised in Louisiana that are citizens of Louisiana out of business. During the last 30 days, we have had 50 small black businesses go out of business due to the insurance. Well, our insurance costs have doubled. That has forced companies to close their doors. It's kind of like 50-50. It's the bad behavior of the private companies that are here in Louisiana and the insurance, the high cost of insurance rates. So I figure that if we all stand together and I be the voice of the association, that now we have a voice and said, we're not going to just lay down and let you put us out of business. We're not going to lay down and let you hold us accountable while everybody else do what they want.
What does it take to become a NEMT provider?
Back before the Bayou Health Plan became in existence, you used to have to register with Department of Health and Hospital, which is now called LDH. I got corrected on that. We used to have state employees that used to credential the companies. They used to make sure that they had the correct insurance, the background checks, and all those barriers. Once you pass those barriers, then that person was send it over to another state agency and say now they've passed this part. Then that's when we used to have our vehicles that would be inspected. Once your vehicles passed inspection, then another went out to the call center saying now this company can now accept trips. And that's when you were fully a NIMET provider. Back when I started this business 9 years ago, we had providers that it wasn't just about a job, with the passionate to it. Since the Bayou Health Plan, that passion has died. Now it's all about who can make the most dollar. And whereas now we have vehicles that's on the street that's not safe. As the association gets to be known, you'd be surprised how I get videos, pictures, complaints to my phone over the weekend. Back when the state had the program, we never heard of the members getting sexually assaulted on the way to their doctor's appointments. That is actually going on now. And I feel that if there was an association to police the industry, don't get me wrong, it's a place where the providers can go to, but I want it to be a one-stop shop, whereas everybody that has a working component that makes up the NIMET industry have a voice. I want the Bayou Health Plans to have a voice. In all fairness, the Bayou Health Plan's expertise is providing health care. They hired the brokers and entrust that they would do the right thing by the providers. That is just not happening. So we need to have the brokerage companies held accountable. Yes, forever, the providers, the NIMET providers were being held accountable. But who is policing the brokers? I want fairness across the board. Because you know what happens? In the end, it's the people in the community that suffers.
Circling around in the industry, in interviewing other providers, I heard talk of bullying and low pay. Can you address those two areas of concerns?
Yes, that was another reason that I started the association. 2 years ago, Mel's started having a financial crisis because the brokers, we did the trips, did not get paid. Some still haven't paid to this day. Because I took and decided to speak up and said, I did the trips, pay me my money, I guess you could say I got blackballed. That's bullying. If bullying is not right in the schools, how can a broker bully the providers? Our providers have the right that if they, first of all, freedom of speech. But if they provide a service and they challenge you on why they didn't get their money, then they should have the right to challenge that without being retaliated against. Even with the association, I have providers that want to be a part of the association, that's scared to be a part of the association, and that they're going to be retaliated against. I am here to tell these providers, I give you my word, I will keep your name of your company confidential until I feel safe that you will be okay and not be retaliated against. This association is for the providers, it's for the community, it's for the health plan, and it's for the state. Our NIMT industry is dying at a rapidly rate. Pretty soon we won't have. I am out now speaking out because I need the providers to show up on October 3rd at 6 p.m. in Baton Rouge. We're gonna post a location. I need these providers to know that someone do care. Me and my team meet with LDH on a regular basis. I want y'all to know we've met with the insurance commissioner. But I feel that maybe I know 95%, but I need the providers to come out October 3rd. The brokers will not be there. The health plans will not be there. I want the providers to feel safe with speaking out on what's going on to them. I need them to come out so that we can know what's going on. I will continue to be that voice. I will be that presence for the NIMT industry. But we have good quality providers that we're losing due to the bullying, due to the high insurance costs, and just the bad behavior. It is not right to take and bring in providers from out of state and put small businesses that from Louisiana just because they said what you're doing me is not right. I need the state, I need everybody to stand with me to make a difference in our community, because in the end, it's the community. I need even the people that use the service. I need them to understand how important October 12th election time is. I need males is willing between the hours of 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. to transport to the polls. You need to vote. We need Governor John Bel Edwards back in office so that we can continue to work with him and his team to make a difference and to clean up the NIMT industry. I'm asking other NIMT providers, please volunteer to bring people to the polls along with males on October 12th. Y'all don't understand how imperative this is. If John Bel Edwards does not get back into office, our NIMT industry is gone. There will be no more NIMT industry. So I need y'all to come out on October 3rd. And we even welcome the people who use the service. We need to know what's going on so that we can fix it. Before, we didn't have a presence. Now we have a presence. We need you to join. We need to let you and educate you on the benefits of becoming a part of the association and how it will help your company.